Hey everybody, John O'Connor here, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be giving a review of Munchkin, the card tabletop game that pokes fun of D&D and Pathfinder. Because this isn't really role-playing related, because the game doesn't encourage role-playing, I will not be sharing this video on the YouTube RPG Brigade. So do me a favor, if you enjoy this video, please give me a like and share it with your friends. With that being said, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this game. The basic setup is you're trying to get to level 10. So they give you a D10, and for some actions you're going to need a D6 for running away. There's no attacking or defending in the game as traditionally you'd think. It's all the numbers you already have, not the numbers you already have and then a dice roll. One of my first problems with the game comes from the D10. It's a randomized one. And if the object of the game is to get to 10, I really think they could take the extra time to give you a counting die. I used to play Magic the Gathering a lot, so I know counting dice exist as far as a counting D20, so I don't think it'd be too hard to get a counting D10. But that's a small complaint in the overall game. It's a must-play. You have to just sit down and enjoy it. The rules are convoluted and complicated purposefully. It really engages in it's designed to make you have an argument at some point, which a lot of people would think, well, I don't want to play a game if the rules aren't clear. They're purposefully not clear. There is no set turns and actions. It's you flip over a door card, and there's something behind it, you fight it, and then your friends can add to it or take away from it, to help you or backstab you. And that's really the fun of the game, is the conversations you're going to be having while you're playing it. When you first start out the game, you get 4 of each card, and you have no class, and your race is human. Throughout the game, you can get cards like Dwarf, Elf, Orc, Halfling, and Half-Breed. Half-Breed is just that you get to, if you play the Half-Breed card, you can be a half-orc, a half-elf, which means you get all the benefits and none of the negatives, or you can play 2 races and be a half-elf and a halfling, which would mean that you get to get all the benefits of both races and all the penalties of both races. So the game really encourages you to play how you want to play in the luck of it. What cards do you get when you start out with? As far as classes are concerned, you've got your standard tropes. You've got your cleric, your wizard, the warrior, and the thief. That's what I actually like about it, is that they're called the warrior and the thief, not the fighter and the rogue. Really gives you kind of that they're kind of stabbing at AD&D, which made me chuckle more. And then there's the Super Munchkin, which is a lot like the Half-Breed card. You can be both things. You can be 2 of something, get all the benefits and all the downsides, or be 1 of something, get all the benefits of that and none of the downsides. So it's just a fun game you kick open the door like old D&D stores used to go. Really kind of a kickback to D&D 1. You kick open the door, and then you see what's in the room. So if you're telling it from a story perspective, it's just one linear line of doors you're kicking down and opening. And when you kick open a door, occasionally you'll get a monster. This is their concept of a frost giant. Really made me laugh. Or another D&D trope. The Screeching Geek. The Screeching Geek gets a +6 against warriors, which I guess, the big muscly guys and the Screeching Geek, it makes a little bit of sense. And then, of course, you can also get curse cards, which means you kick open the door and something bad happens to you right off the bat. It could be for the rest of the game or just to your next combat phase. And the way that combat works is kind of weird, too. Like I said before, there's no rolling involved necessarily. What you get to do is you take your level, take all the equipment you have, because each piece of equipment gives you a numerical boost, and any kind of items you have that might lower the monster thing, and you just face it. See, this is a +6 or level 6 creature. Now to defeat it, all you have to do is be a level 1 with 5 additional items, so long as you're not a warrior, because if you're a warrior it becomes a level 12 character. And so it's just the number of things you have to, your equipment and all that, and then is your number higher than the level of the creature? If so, you win, you get its treasure. If not, you can either ask your friends for help, or you can try to run away. What I find really fun about the game is that there are cards to boost monsters and to, take them away. They can be played on anybody's turn. So if someone's going against a level 17 creature and they're level 23, well, you can sit back, laugh, and go, I'm going to make that monster 10 levels higher, so you have bad stuff happen to you. So that's always the fun part of the game, is that you can backstab your friends. You can work with them, you can backstab them, you can collect treasure. And again, the object of the game is to get to level 10. So there's cards in the game that are can artificially give you a level. You get a level from defeating a monster. And then there's other cards in the game which go, hey, you're going to lose a level. Other monsters have bad stuff, which is the consequence for losing against a monster, which will say, you die, you have to start all over at level 0 with no equipment, no race, no anything. Or you lose a couple levels because you lost to this thing. So that's always fun, just watching people trying to figure out, can I beat the creature? Alright, what other equipments do I have? Is my number high enough? And you get to sit back and go, I can boost that creature, I can help them out. For me, this isn't a game to replace your D&D night. I'm not trying to sell it as that. I'm saying that if you have a group that you play with and they've been playing long enough that they understand the tropes and the jokes that other people make at D&D and D&D makes it itself, you should sit down and try this game out just once. You'll be laughing, you'll be joking around with your friends. The last time I played, I ended up yelling at my best friend Aaron Lehman. I got right in his face and I screamed as loud as, "Whore! You are a whore!" Because he'd actually found a almost unbeatable combo of cards and ideas. Once again, he got all by the chance of the draw. That's the fun part about this. It's not like Magic the Gathering where you're going to spend $800 to have the best deck ever. And it's not like poker where there's a lot of bluffing either. You're going to see what your friends have, what their setup is, but it's always by chance, and there's either they have it or they don't. The cards in your hand, yeah, you can kind of say they're bluffing, but you use them like a rogue uses backstab. It's not meant to be seen. It's meant to, when it happens, ha, otherwise you just go about your day. I cannot recommend this any higher than I've already said. Go out, buy it, try it for yourself. If you played it, tell me what you thought of it. I always look forward to your comments and having a dialogue with you. See you again soon, guys.